Hello, my name is Will. I am an assistant of the ASJ Sport Training channel. Be very welcome. In this video, we will show you 8 secret tips to accelerate your bodybuilding results, training with intelligence and method. If you like this kind of content, subscribe to the channel and activate the notifications. This way you help our channel and don't miss any videos. Thanks.
To accelerate results in bodybuilding, you need to train with intelligence and method. Stay until the end of the video for you to discover some ways to accelerate your results even further. Weight training is a process that involves several variables and needs to be seen in a broader way. The process is, for the most part, slow and continuous. It shouldn't be different. Weight training works with adaptation in an organic organism. However, with intelligence, it is possible to accelerate some results in bodybuilding. It's not very simple, and it doesn't fit for anyone. Much less will it be a ready-made answer that fits anyone. To accelerate results in bodybuilding, we need to first understand the individualities of the practitioner. But how to accelerate results in bodybuilding, training smarter? The first point is to understand that weight training causes adaptations in the body, regardless of the objective. In this way, when we start to see training as the necessary stimulus for us to achieve a certain final result, it becomes easier to understand the process. In the case of hypertrophy, for example, we have, in a very simplified way, the muscular stimulus, which is weight training, added to rest and diet, which are linked to the regeneration of muscle fibers in the supercompensation process. In this way, training intelligently and, above all, optimizing results, means seeking to improve adaptive processes as a whole. For this, we have to assess individualities, training history, constancy of stimuli, routine and quality of stimuli. To make this clearer, we've selected 7 tips to accelerate your results in bodybuilding. Accelerating results is not about becoming a bodybuilder in a few months. You need to understand that there are limitations of time, space and genetics, that there is no way for us to change. Therefore, understand that accelerating results is linked to reaching possible goals in a shorter amount of time. Let's get the tips. 1. Improve your strength. Strength is, in general, the main physical quality for us to have a better performance. This is because it underlies any physical quality. Weight training, incidentally, is one of the foundations of strength training. However, many people end up leaving this aside in bodybuilding. With very long workouts, with little load and thousands of repetitions. This is wrong? No, as long as it's done correctly. In your periodization, you necessarily need to have a good portion of training to improve your maximum strength. For this, we use faster and more constant movements, less repetitions, and more load. Always taking care to maintain the quality of movement, so that muscles and joints are not damaged. 2. Flexibility is key. Many people do not believe that flexibility can interfere with bodybuilding results. A mistake. It is directly linked to faster results. Basically for 2 reasons. One of them is that with good flexibility, we will have better executions, which will activate more the target muscles of each exercise and reduce the effect of synergists. That in itself is a reason to improve flexibility to accelerate results. The other reason is that with more flexible muscles and joints, we facilitate circulatory processes, which are directly linked to the supply of nutrients to the muscles, which influences performance and regeneration. 3. Periodization will always be essential. I know I often hit this key a lot. However, without proper periodization, there is no possibility of accelerating the processes and results in bodybuilding. Without load progression, proper planning, we will only have random results. The principle is simple. For faster results, we need better stimuli and an increasing total workload. Otherwise, we will always stay in the same place without a development. However, as this is a process that takes months, we often do not get real clarity on how we are at each stage. Therefore, planning is much more than just something to be followed, but it also serves as a way to monitor results. Without a good periodization work, you may have some results at the beginning, but you will reach a development plateau and stay there. Accelerating bodybuilding processes is directly linked to the form and strategies in which periodization is set up. In case you don't know how it works, we have here a complete guide on training periodization. 4. Run away from ready-made formulas. Note that I didn't give any direct tips, for example, do this exercise this way. After all, I don't know you, your individuality, and your real needs. What's more, accelerating results in bodybuilding is something very different for a beginner than for an athlete, isn't it? So, avoid ready-made formulas, revolutionary methods, or measures that suit anyone. In general, these formulas are nothing more than commercial ploys to sell something they don't deliver. To improve and accelerate results in bodybuilding, you need, first of all, to take into account your individuality, your needs. How can you do this in a ready-made method? Always opt for an individualized training within your needs. 5. Stimulus control is critical. How will we know that a strategy or type of stimulus will really work? Applying in the right way, within the proper context, and controlling the results. Without a control mechanism, monitoring, it will not be possible to accelerate results in bodybuilding. For example, if your strength work did not result, at the end of a certain period, in a considerable improvement in the amount of load supported in a given exercise, there was a problem in the process. The same goes for hypertrophy. If there wasn't an increase in the amount of muscle mass, after a period of work, there was some failure in the process. But we will only really know this if we control it, if we measure it. Therefore, to speed up the process and have better results in bodybuilding, we invariably need to control stimuli and keep track of real gains. 6. Diet and rest. It can be repetitive, but for quicker results, diet and rest need to be much more effective. Without this, training properly will be of little use. In fact, if you want faster results, your diet needs to be even more in line. Otherwise, we will lack a primordial component. Rest also needs to be very well thought out and planned. You won't get any quicker bodybuilding results by eating randomly, without any criteria, or spending nights and nights awake and weekends getting drunk at clubbing. Eat well, rest, and you can improve and accelerate results. Otherwise, don't expect miracles. 7. Intensity in training is critical. To optimize the time for adaptations, we need to impose a more intense stimulus on the organism. For that, the training intensity needs to be higher and mainly increasing. However, training at high intensity is not necessarily training a lot or with high loads all the time. Intensity is more linked to the quality of the stimulus, control of variables, and the application of intelligent and efficient strategies. 8. Constant processes. If you're looking to speed up your results in bodybuilding to get fit for the summer, forget it. You invariably need a constant process. Train smartly, constantly, and you'll be able to accelerate results. Otherwise, you may have some improvement, but nothing that is really visible, and that will be maintained in the long term. Remember that bodybuilding is something constant, which should be seen as an adaptive process. Therefore, stopping training and coming back several times will make you an eternal beginner and never get real results. Constancy is the keyword for better results. These are some of the ways to accelerate your results in bodybuilding. But remember, you are unique and you always need this to be taken into account. Always train with the guidance of a good professional. Good training. Did you like this video? Leave like and subscribe to the channel. It helps us a lot. Thank you very much.